Hello, Rose. How are you?
I'm good, Jackie. How are you doing?
Doing beautifully well. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you to all the viewers that are tuning in to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck. Welcome to Rose and Jackie, Heaven on Earth Healing. And it's a pleasure to always have you with us. Thank you.
Always. Thank you for tuning in and reaching out to us on Heaven on Earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just wanted to I know it's a little bit out of the change on this. I just wanted to kind of start with many that is going through the difficulties and the challenges that's going around in this world. There's a lot of people that are feeling lost and are feeling, very much a lot of pain, a lot of hurt from perhaps maybe loved ones that are departing, from certain situations, whether it is COVID or different ailments, maybe perhaps heart attacks, strokes, things like this. Anything that is going on in your family surroundings, in your friend surroundings, anywhere. Let's kind of take a moment and just reach out to all and just know that prayers are with you all during this difficult time. I'd also like to send out a very, very special prayer to a very, very dear friend of mine who is going through COVID right now as we speak. And I'd like to say his name. His name is Bruno. So if we could all in this world just send a beautiful prayer to this beautiful young man, that he will be blessed with a divine miracle, as we all believe in divine miracles from God and the angels. We're asking for a divine miracle, not only just for Bruno, for any that is in need at this moment. So blessings out to all, and blessings to you, my beautiful friend, Bruno. This is all coming from our heart. Thank you.
Yes. Bruno, we just want you to know that we are thinking of you, and we send our love, and we send many, many blessings. Just want you to know that we love you, and we're thinking of you and your family. So thank you.
And we're waiting for you to come home. Thank you. So thank you. What's today's message, Jackie, from the angels?
Rose, they were speaking of when I spoke with them earlier, they spoke of inspiration. So it's about it being inspired. So, if you have the time to be quiet, to be still, take this time to allow the angels and to receive their energy within your space. Mm-hmm. Allow their energy to guide you and to inspire you. If you have any questions or concerns, allow them to inspire you, to help you, whether you need healing, guidance, just inspiration in day-to-day life. It's about allowing their energy to come into your space. As we all know, our angels are always around us. Our guardian angels surround us each and every day, every moment of every day, actually. So just being receptive and allowing that energy to be present within you, and to feel them, to acknowledge them, because that's what they want. They want you to feel their energy, and most of all, they want you to feel their love.
Yes.
And it's know that every day is a new beginning. So it's about letting go of yesterday and knowing that today is a new day. And I feel very strongly that once you're able to receive this energy, you will feel fulfilled in their light. So I thank you.
It's very beautiful. Beautifully said. We do, Mary Beth from Barrie, Ontario.
Nice.
Not far from home.
No.
Hello, Mary Beth.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
We're wonderful. How are you? Can you hear us?
Yes, barely, but yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, we'll try to be as loud as we can here for you to hear us. Okay, So how can we be of divine assistance today for you? Without details, please.
Well, I am in a big transition in my life, and I'm not sure where I'm headed for sure. I am on a stress sick leave, disability, and I have some special gifts myself of doing Reiki in readings. But while I'm on this sick leave, I'm not allowed to make money. But unfortunately, disability does not pay much. And I am close to retiring, so it's that transition of just trying to make it through until I can retire and put full effort into my business and gifts. So I'm not sure how it looks and how I'm going to get there.
Okay. And I believe most of us, Mary Beth, don't really know, how we are going to get there and how we walk the journey, but we trust the journey. And I simply am going to say to you is at this point that you are in transition to get to where you need to get to. And I can see this. It's going to take and require a little bit of time, patience, and just understanding through this whole process for you to put things together like building blocks the way they need to be placed in, than rather applying your thoughts to something that, could be from the financial standpoint, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to survive from it. I believe you are meant to only strictly focus on seeing ahead, basically the light of your full journey and your purpose. So that way your gifts can flourish along the way. And I believe you'll be also branching out into other things from a healing standpoint. So you'll not only be working on yourself, but you'll be working with many other people as well at the same time, Mary Beth, which is very beautiful.
Yes. If I may add to that, Rose.
Sorry?
That's good to know. I never thought of that aspect, to be working with others to be healing.
Yes. I see this. I see that your heart is full of love, compassion, and feeling. And I see that you'll start with working within yourself, but you'll also start working with others at the same time. And it's not something that you will be asking to, they will come to you.
Yes. If I may add to that, Mary Beth.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Mary Beth?
Go ahead, Jack. Yes, go ahead.
So
Yes.
sorry. Yes. So Mary Beth, thank you for calling. And I agree with Rose. It's I feel like this transition that you are going through right now, and the job sense, it's like having peace with it, because I feel like there's a higher light taking you to a higher ascending mode, like a different transition, all completely together. And again, it's about helping others and healing others with the divine Reiki that you do share. They're saying just keep going straight. So keep walking in that journey and allowing your inner guidance to allow to follow that path. Does that make sense? It's about finding peace of what's happening now in order for you to ascend into the higher light, in order for that transition to happen fully and completely with love. Does this make sense?
Absolutely. I have helped a fair amount of people so far.
Okay, beautiful.
And plan to continue to do that.
Very beautiful. I will add on to it is that I see you working with also crystals at the same time. Are you currently right now? Crystals, yeah.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So this is also what the divine is telling me at this moment for you to completely incorporate your crystals with the Reiki, so that way you can combine the healing as one, and as well with the angels. They're also saying, don't forget the angels, please.
Yes. Yes. And again, Mary Beth, I feel, it's about believing in yourself, believing in these dreams that you have moving forward. It's about the infinity, and, just believe in yourself and follow that guidance. The angels, they speak to you in beautiful divine ways. and allow that guidance to step forward and listen with an open heart.
Mhm. So continue to embrace your journey, Mary Beth, as during this time where where you feel you're on a standstill, the standstill is going to change. So I can tell you from now, between now to 6 months, you're just going to have to walk a little bit of patience during this time and just trust that process, because things are going to change within from 6 months and over. Okay.
Awesome. That the 6 month mark has been mentioned to me before.
Very beautiful. And this is where things are going to transition in a beautiful light. You're going to see things about yourself, and you're going to learn things about yourself that you yourself never thought this was going to be incorporated in your healing and your space and your surroundings and your actual journey. So you're going to be taught new things along the way, and the divine will guide you in what to incorporate to bring forth with you. So they have bigger plans for you, Mary Beth. So keep moving, keep walking forward. That 6 months mark is going to start making a new change for your life.
Yes, and Mary Beth, they're saying that you are of higher light than what you feel you are at this time. So please know that you are of a higher light, and try, finding that within you. They're saying you're much higher than what you feel that you are.
Yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Actually, I was told once that I was a diamond light worker. Have you girls heard that saying before?
A diamond light worker. I personally have not heard the word diamond, but I will assure you what I'm hearing right now is diamond equals light. And this is what I'm getting. So this would be a light worker.
Awesome. And that's exactly what I want.
Very beautiful. You have a beautiful journey ahead of you. Keep going forward. We'd love to hear about it sometime. Very beautiful.
I will stay in touch, ladies. And thank you
Mary
so
Beth.
much for your time.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for calling. Love and light.
Love and light to you both.
Angel blessings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
Jax. Thank you. Yes, Jax. Jax, the next caller is Kathleen from
Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, Kathleen. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. You're all the way in the U.S., right?
Yes. Philadelphia.
Beautiful. Philadelphia. Okay. All right. How can we be of divine assistance today for you and to you? Without details, please.
I guess just in general.
Okay, sure.
Just in general life, Kathleen? Just general? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackie, would you like to start?
Yes. Kathleen, do you feel like you're stuck in a situation right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That's just a temporary word for about a split second. After that, we're gonna remove that word.
Sounds good to me.
So Kathleen, I say this with love. I feel like it's about finding the truth within. So I'm not sure if you are in a situation where, whether it's relationship or a job, but I feel like there's something to do with the truth. So either yourself or someone around you is not fully speaking their full truth. Does this make sense?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm going to add on to you, Jackie, for a second. I feel like it's something possibly with her maybe not being true to herself in a beautiful way. Does that make sense? Because it's like wanting something but not really speaking and vocalizing about it, right? Does that make sense? I'm just going to elaborate.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I just want to elaborate on Jackie. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes.
Thanks,
Well,
Jackie.
thank you, Rose. Thank you. I also get the feeling too, Kathleen, is that you're growing, like, and spiritually speaking. Does that make sense? Do you feel like you're going through these changes, but you're not sure what's happening at this time?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So they're just,
I feel like the angels, sorry, Rose, I feel like the angels are guiding you to a higher purpose. So I'm not sure if there's like a transition happening or there's something that you wish to pursue, but they're saying they're guiding you to a higher purpose. They're saying also to a higher knowing. So it's about looking deep within your own self and being able to fulfill the needs that you are wanting and that you desire. Rose?
okay. Yeah, I'm going to add on to you, Jackie. Thank you. They're also saying it's also safe to be very powerful within
Yes.
yourself. So it's basically like charging and not taking no for an answer, and knowing who you are as an individual and learning the understanding of your actual true purpose. So even though you've got feelings of things coming through and you understand your intuition is on and you are listening to it, but you're not fully putting things together to understand the divine purpose that they have for you. Does that make sense to you, Kathleen?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically just perfect, just beautiful. Just keep moving forward. That means everything that is running through you is giving you already the guidance and the know-how of what steps to take moving forward. So basically, you're not to have any interference on the outside and only listen to the divine messages that are coming inside. So basically internal, okay?
Okay.
And you actually know how to be very powerful, which is a very beautiful thing in a very loving way that benefits not only yourself but benefits others. So this is a beautiful thing about who you are, but at the same time you just have to listen to who you are as well, not to forget about yourself on this journey.
Right.
And just a
Which
quick question, is there
totally
somebody
correct.
beautiful, is there somebody new that's coming in your life or someone that's in your life right now, the current romance, bringing romance in?
No, same partner.
Beautiful. Okay, so just continue to keep being open and giving and receiving love between both. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, don't yeah, just try to remain very close in a sense where don't allow, earthly interferences to kind of get into that space and that surrounding that can kind of cloud the both.
Okay.
Okay? Beautiful. Jackie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Kathleen.
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, I was just going to say he's going through some type of illness, but they can't find out, what it is.
One more time.
Doctor, if he's going through some type of illness where they can't pinpoint what it is for the last, year and a half.
Okay.
Seeing all these different doctors and everything, and they just can't pinpoint, what the problem is.
Okay. I know, we are only to bring, angel divine messages and not medically, but is it anything to do that's affecting his leg, his walking or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. This is what the angels are saying. They're just telling me that the diagnosis will surface. It will surface, Kathleen. Okay, so
Okay.
even though you're probably both feeling very tired and not understanding and moving from different doctors to, because unfortunately we have to do that. That's part of our journey when it comes to,
Right.
Western medicine. But at the same time, they are saying that it is something just very, very small, very minor, that they are just slightly overlooking, but it's going to surface. Okay, so you will have your
Okay.
answers very, very, very soon, actually.
Okay, that makes sense.
Beautiful. Jackie, did you want to add on to that? Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you.
No, I think, yes. So Kathleen, I think, it's about learning and growing, taking forward, stepping forward, taking the knowledge. So again, with the Rose, connecting with the doctors, taking the knowledge from each of them and finding the right doctor that is able to help you in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's about taking all of the messages that you have received, all the medical advice you have received. And again, I agree with Rose. You will most definitely have an answer very soon.
Yes, and
Okay.
even though when putting things together, she's going to let go and leave it to the divine, because the divine knows best. That means one of the doctors will come to them to actually bring forth something. So it'll be just caught into some kind of scan, or possibly even some blood work, but it will be
Okay.
brought forward. Yeah. So it's not like, take Jackie, exactly what Jackie's saying is that every part of the doctors is all knowledge, but you don't actually have to do the work for it. It's going to come to you. Okay. That
Okay.
means it's going to surface to you and your husband. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So keep moving along, blessings to you and your
On the
husband. Keep
path.
moving forward. Sorry?
On the path that we've been going.
Yes, keep moving forward. You're not doing anything
Okay.
out of the path. Just keep moving forward. And if
Okay.
obviously, for normal things in life, that if you don't feel comfortable or you don't resonate, that's when you make change. That's
Okay.
different. But up until then, keep moving forward. Even though something doesn't come forward today or tomorrow, it doesn't mean you're not on the right path.
Gotcha.
Okay, so don't come off the path thinking that you're on the wrong path. That's what I like to say.
Okay.
Keep moving forward. Yes, keep moving forward.
Just keep moving forward,
Okay.
Kathleen, and have
Yes,
faith that you will have the answers that you are in need of, what you're searching for.
Okay.
yes.
We hope that helps, Kathleen.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Angel blessings to you and your husband.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
very
very
welcome,
much.
Kathleen.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
Have a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Very beautiful. So,
see, it really came down to the same as how we opened up today with, people who are going through different situations. And, whether we are, our loved ones are going through cancer, diabetes, like I said, mentioned strokes, or, even Alzheimer's, any kind of diseases or ailments, we all have a loved one that is going through something.
and not only that, too, Rose, it's not only our loved ones, it's also about, and not to bring the subject in a different way of life, but our fur children,
Yes.
for those that are struggling. I know, and I must say this, I lost my fur child yesterday.
Yes.
She had a beautiful life, and she was 20 years of age. God bless her.
God bless.
And it's hard, because even though we know that they've had a good life, it's always hard of letting go. But know that they're in a better place, and I speak that not only from our fur children, but those to our loved ones, our family, our friends, and
Yes.
it's having faith. First
Yes.
and foremost, it's about having faith
That's
that there
right.
is a higher place. And for those that don't understand it, don't believe it, please know that there is a higher light. There's a higher place that we all go to, and it's a beautiful place to be once we depart this world. It's a love like no other. Rose, would you like to add to that?
It's beautifully said. It's a pure unconditional love, and we all at some point will go through losing a loved one, losing a fur baby, but just always know that they're always with us. And this is the most biggest message to the world, is that our loved ones and our fur babies are always with us, no matter what. And they do communicate from the other side. And
Absolutely.
this is the most beautiful part of being a medium for both Jackie and myself, is knowing that the love that comes from the other side is so purely unconditional that there's no words to describe, in connecting loved ones who have crossed over with loved ones here. And also the fur children, the fur babies, they come through too. So in many readings, we've had them come through. And they're very, very beautiful, and they run pain-free over Rainbow Bridge in heaven. So we'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in, to all the loved ones here in the physical world, to all the departed loved ones in the eternal life, and all our fur children on the other side.
We
Angel.
send our love, we send our light, and we wish angel blessings to each and every one of you. You know, life is a beautiful thing, and treasure it, honor it.
Yes.
Yes.
Angel blessings. And last of my blessings is my blessings to Bruno. God bless you, Bruno.